Welcome back to Gagne Farms, everybody. Today we are going to do it. We're going to do a quick garden tour. Now this is for myself and for you guys as well. I know you've been following along all season and you kind of want to see what's going on. I'm going to explain some things. I'm going to skip over a few little things here and there. We're going to try to make this a shorter video so you guys don't get bored. Okay, so we're going to start at the far end of the garden. Let's go. This is something I want to show you guys right here. It is noon right now, and look at where the light lands in the garden. See that? So this whole area back here does not even get light until, I'd say, mid-afternoon. So it's probably in a peak summer, you're looking at light back here for maybe 6 hours a day in this very back corner. Up front, everything gets a lot more sun, so it tends to grow a lot bigger. But I just want to show you guys that. So because of that, that's why we put all of our flowers back here. It's more important for us to grow our vegetables that we put up and eat all year long than it is to have the flowers out here. So with that being said, let's check out some of these flowers. Candace has got a little bit of amaranth growing right here. It's very small yet, but it's doing good. We've got some snapdragons and some zinnias up here. And then this whole row is planted with zinnias as well. Zinnia dahlias, I think, is what these are right here. And I'm not sure what that might be stock. Candace would have to tell you about that. Now, these rows right here, we've got a row of glads right here, a row of glads right here, a partial row of glads right here. We got our daisies, and we've got some lemon balm, some amaranth that's a little bit different. It's globe amaranth, some celosia, and BES, which is black-eyed Susans. We got a whole bunch of them, and those are the daisies, and the black-eyed Susans are perennials. That's why they're a little bit taller right now, but they will stick around and hopefully give us awesome flowers for years to come. All right, that's mostly the flowers right there, but we've got one last row of flowers, and that's right here. These are all sunflowers. We planted them a week ago, and they're just starting to pop. This is the part of the garden that we changed and tilled up directly. So we just went through here, poked our sunflower seeds in the ground, and they are all taking off wonderfully right now. It has been very dry here the last few weeks. We had a super wet spring, and then it went right to super dry early summer, is what I'm going to call it. And we've been out here watering this garden every night, and it's been doing good. But last night we were fortunate enough to get an actual natural rain. And it wasn't just the kind of rain that kind of spits a little bit and stops. It was more of a good 12-hour soaking rain, which was perfect. This garden got saturated, and I probably won't have to water for a couple days, but that natural rain, when you get that, it just makes these gardens explode. It also makes the weeds explode. So right now we're looking good on the weeds, but not too long from now we are gonna have ourselves a weedy garden. Right here we've got our carrot bed, and we are starting to sprout. There's some sprouts in there. Carrots take a long time to germinate, especially when it's hot. These should have been put in weeks and weeks ago to maximize that cold weather and get these guys germinated and acclimated to the summer. So we got a bed right here of radishes. We're sprouting radishes as well. Looking good. Now for the fun stuff. Now we've got 2 rows of peppers here. We actually have 2 rows of peppers per bed. Strike that. We got 2 rows of peppers in this bed. This bed I kind of planted every other hole. Anyways, this row right here, hot peppers. This row right here, green peppers. We had a small issue this year with our peppers. They did not want to start very well for us in our basement, so we did have to buy a couple peppers. I did buy some jalapenos here. I think there's a half a dozen, and then there's a half a dozen reapers over there. Now I was able to save some of the reapers and some of the pepper plants from the starts that we did. They're just behind, and there's nothing we could do other than to water, fertilize, and try to get them to bounce back. So I figured, why not plant them anyways? I didn't want to go out and spend the money on starts from a greenhouse or anything, because they do get expensive, especially when you're putting in this many. So I planted what I had, and I bought a few just so I had jalapenos and reapers here for myself. But these are not looking terrible. They're actually looking, well, that one's looking a little ragged right there, but otherwise they're looking pretty good. These here, I had a second flat of green pepper starts. Had a little bit of problem with some of these guys dying off. This right here was our first flat of green peppers, and they are doing better. So we're gonna see. I actually still have quite a few green peppers put up from last year, because I think we had 60 some plants last year, and we put up a lot of green peppers in the freezer. Right here we've got our cucumbers, and they are sprouting up. Now yesterday, just before it rained, we were able to get out here and fertilize and weed. So we got the whole garden pretty much weeded pretty well, and then we got everything fertilized here. So everything's looking good, everything's popping. These right here are our green beans. They're just starting to pop up, and they're looking good too. Natural rain, it does it every time. It makes the whole garden explode, and then it's go time. So right here we've got our tomatoes. I think we said before, this year we spread them out. I spread them out twice as far as I normally do. I planted half as many tomatoes as I usually do. So this row right here, we've got all Romas. These are all started from seed. They're all looking good. And this row right here, I have on this side of the fence, it's all Romas. So on this side of our tomato row, I've got Jersey Devils right here, and then I've got Napolis down this way. Everything's looking good though. Now this year, I did add a teaspoon of lime around each tomato plant, hopefully to help some of that blossom end rot this year. Next up, we've got our lettuce, and this is a lettuce mix that we got from Johnny's. It's a Salanova style. It's like it's a crisp lettuce, and I also have some Salanova, our regular green butter and red butter, that's going to be mixed in as well. That's in that starter tray right there. Those are just taken off, and they look absolutely awesome. Here we've got, this is my second succession of broccoli. Right through here, I've got 6 head of cabbage right here. This is part of the first succession of broccoli, and so is that right there. All that first succession broccoli. And today we are actually going to go out into the woods. We're going to cut some sticks, basically make some stakes for these guys, and I'm going to go through here. We're going to stake all of the broccoli up and make sure that everything's growing up instead of laying down on the side. Now, one of the best things that we've probably got going right now this year is our Brussels sprouts. These things are huge. We started all these by seed. Last year, we planted Brussels sprouts for the first time, and they were absolutely amazing. Everybody loved them. We ate them all up like right away. So Candace told me this year, she says, you better plant more Brussels sprouts. So that's what we did. But yeah, this is something that we got, I think one of the first things I got in the ground this spring. So that's why it got out here when it was cooler. It got rooted really well, and it is just going gangbusters. This is a first here at Gagne Farms. I've never had garlic scapes. Look at that. And they're just, that guy right there, it's ready to cut. And Candace is gonna make some garlic scape pesto, she says. But this year, I didn't cheap out. I actually went and got seed garlic instead of trying old garlic that I had or garlic from the grocery store. I bought seed garlic. I bought hardneck garlic for our area, and this stuff is just taking off. We got scapes all over the place in here, and the stalks are nice and big. Everything's been weeded. Now, once your scapes start like this, you want to stop fertilizing. So we did not fertilize this yesterday at all. Scapes are coming, so we're going to harvest these scapes, and then we should be able to harvest our garlic about, first week of July or so. We'll see how it looks though, but that's what we're aiming for. Next up, we got our onions, and I planted a whole lot of onions. These here are all Walla onions. They're looking good. Now these guys have been watered and fertilized throughout the spring here, and they are looking tremendous. We've got some red burgundies here. I have some Elisa Craig here. These were a little bit thinner, and the yellow Spanish onions here, they got a little bit thin on me as well. What happened was I ordered the onions. They came in. I had to go out of town for a week, and I wasn't able to get them in when I probably should have. So some of these took off really good. Some of them were not as good, but we're still going to get onions out of them. So I love that though. They look awesome. I'm really excited to have these different varieties. Candace has some of her herbs in here. We've got some thyme, some sage, some cilantro, some oregano, some dill going on here, and some basil. And then we've got our strawberry row, which is coming back. I know it looks pathetic right now. Like I said before, we let it go too far last year. It got overgrown with weeds and grass, and we really had to go through there and be aggressive and get all that out of there this spring. And now we're just keeping up on everything, making sure that we don't have that same problem for next year. But they will start running, and we'll get to be able to transplant some of those runners out here pretty quick. This here has been a work in progress for, I don't know, about 10 years it feels like. But that's asparagus, and I've planted asparagus multiple different places in this garden. We finally ended up putting it here, and this year, if we keep the weeds out again, I think we'll be good. That first row back there was from last year. We actually had some pretty good stalks. They're probably 6 inches tall, but we started new asparagus by seed this year, and that's what I've got going on right here. There's nothing popping yet, but once that stuff pops as well, I'm gonna transplant that in there, and we're just gonna make sure to keep these weeds down this year. That's our big focal point. Last year we let stuff get away from us terribly, and we really paid the price. And there was something else that Candace said that I was going to tell you guys about, because it made a lot of sense. But last year in the fall, we didn't do a lot of cleanup. We kind of just harvested everything, let the rows go, and we didn't do a lot of upfront prep for this year in the fall of last year. So that really put us behind too, because this spring we had to come in here and do a lot of cleanup, a lot of redoing beds, things that we could have had done last fall, and it wouldn't have been such a time waste for us this year to come in here and do all that. We could have had all that already done and then start planting right away. So that's something else that we're going to do for next year as well. I almost forgot to tell you, these right here are our Tokyo bunching onions, and I have yet to plant them in the ground anywhere. I don't know as if I will have time or space. I was wondering if they'll just grow in the container right there. I doubt it, but I just wanted to show one last thing, guys. This is Candace's hibiscus, and this is kind of cool because if you can see right there, there's 3 stalks, and this has 3 different colors. It's like a pink, a red, and a yellow. And when they all bloom, it's pretty cool. We found that at a local greenhouse. If you guys can find anything like that, it's kind of nice to have. So we're gonna try to winter that one indoors. We'll see how that goes. Not quite sure. I want to see how your guys' gardens are growing right now. So drop me a link in the comments, and I'm gonna go out and check out some of your guys' gardens. I want to see some video. I want to see what the cool things you guys are doing. Not everybody plants the same things. We obviously don't plant the same things year to year around here either, so it's kind of cool just seeing the progression of what things we're planting this year. And I want to see what you guys are planting this year as well. Thanks for following along, and we will catch you on the next one.